All right, time to say something to make Zach restart this recording. Anyways,
Yeah.
is session 39 of the Inexorables. Last session, we were wrapping up the Red Rise Massacre, and we finally got it wrapped up, or at least all of the events in Suno wrapped up.
Most
Uh,
of the events in Suno wrapped up.
Most of
Wrap
the
it
events in Suno
if you
wrapped up.
tap it.
Uh, Fucking Wayne had a vision of a lot of stuff that happened leading up to the Red Rise Massacre over, who may have orchestrated it and what may have happened during those events. Uh, that was a lot of the session and like the majority of my notes. We got another passive regressive letter back from Varys using the letter he gave Lennon, and we don't know what exactly we're gonna write back to piss him off. And I believe the last two scenes were Rakus, Leo, Yvonne, and Theobald enjoying a nice breakfast where nothing bad went wrong ever. And
Nope.
Professor Lycus Aronin giving us a status update on what exactly was going on with the Inexorables, and that we don't have a lot of money.
Actually, Secure found us a lot of money.
Oh, I guess that is true, but before Sakir's additions to the Inexorable coffers, we had like $11,000.
Effectively, that is correct. So, we now have this beautiful little hand-drawn plan from our dear Rikus. Starting
Welcome.
where we currently are, in Suno. As after a discussion with Lycus, effectively setting you guys loose upon Quentar and whatever group of syndicates or vampires are under his control, you guys have maybe a few quick leads to follow in Suno before moving on. You guys are awake. It is the 14th. And we begin as, what do you guys want to do? What are your plans?
This was just a quick question with the plan you drew. I thought we were just going straight to the home base and not going to Zadash.
Zadash was
It's
maybe
along the
follow
way.
that lead depending
It's along
on
the way.
I mean, I guess it seems kind of out of the way, and we could kind of hit it if we were going to Kandura, but what was your actual thing, Rikus?
that we have a lead in Zadash, so if we don't gather the necessary information we believe we need in all the other stops, then we would stop by Zadash, because by the river and everything else, it would just kind of make sense.
I guess at least through the lines you drew, it seemed
It would really
well.
only add like a day and a half.
It seems like
2
it would be
days.
longer than that.
To
About
go
2 days.
from Team
Well,
Oath
it
of
would 2 days of
Ops
like
to
a
Zadash?
day and a half to 2 days of like actual travel, but like then of course we'll have to spend time in Zadash, so it'll add just a few days.
Realistically, it'll probably add closer to 5 by the time things are all said and done. 3 or 4 at least. Because from Team, you could just go to Tolga and take the spine up to Troja and be a day from your home base.
Okay. I was thinking land, but you know.
I guess I was also kind of overestimating overland travel time. I thought it would have been like at least a week, if not more.
Well, obviously overland is slower, but you guys move pretty quick.
Fair.
Listen, we can go to Zadash after we check in from home base. It's fine.
Yeah.
Zadash is an optional at the very end. So
It's the side quest.
We
but
do
I-
like them side quests.
You had something else you want to say?
yes, DM, I did send the courier when I woke up in the morning,
Yeah.
and it has been well into the morning at this point, I'm assuming. Has he returned?
Yes, he does, and it returns. It does return with a note from Mallard, Denaros, effectively writing out a thank you for your patronage, and the ending is somewhat interesting, as it does specifically note out your brother. It says, "I'm looking forward to seeing your group and your brother again."
Ooh.
He's got a thing for Sakir's ass.
Yeah.
Damn.
Didn't I also have that lantern of revealing undead that was being commissioned by the same place?
I believe so. It should be done by now, so it'll be brought to you.
So now we can see, hopefully, if Lycus or any of his goons are nearby. Or fuck, why did I say Lycus? Varys.
He's golden, dude. Alright. Cool.
Okay, so Zach, I do need to ask
Yes.
with this psychic link bullet. With the returning rune that was added, how does that function? Is it returns into my hand, it returns into my pocket, or I can activate it to return into whatever state when I activate the rune?
Let me pull up the your character sheet and see some stuff.
I don't. The psychic link bullet, I have it typed out on my notes, and it just says psychic link bullet. Think of one of the 5 elements. It does that. It does 1d8 of that damage. In addition, what just happened? Returning rune added, ready on the 14th was what I wrote down.
Okay, so how I intended it is effectively, with it being a returning rune, you'll just be able to add a d8 for every round, effectively. But I am going to denote.
I'd have to reload it back into the.
No, like a returning weapon always returns the bullet to it. So if you only have that bullet loaded into it, it'll return and be the immediate first chambered. But you'll have to be very, very, very specific with me if you are chambering other rounds.
Okay.
Make sense? Dear Lord, Thomas, your inventory is ridiculous.
My inventory is ridiculous because I actually keep track of things. Which, by the way, I do have to update my bullets. Which, by the way, damn, I'm just gonna compress this. I'm gonna compress my regular bullets down into 1. That's getting kind of ridiculous.
Oh, now it's getting ridiculous.
I would concur. It is getting ridiculous. Okay.
Oh, now it's getting ridiculous. I also
So-
need to update a number of my grenades and other things because I gave those away. I will have to restock when I'm in Revidan.
So, for everyone else, and for the party as a whole, what are you guys wanting to do today?
I believe there were 2 locations that Varys's shell company had. One of them was a warehouse down at the docks, and I believe the other one was just an empty plot in the middle of the one mid-district bazaar where all the riots
Yes,
were.
that is correct.
I think those are the only things we need to check here in Suno.
Okay. So, if everyone...
Do we want to?
Do you guys want to... I guess Zach's asking this question.
Yeah. Do you want to split up to cover more ground, or take less time, or what?
I think it'd be wiser to stay as a party.
Same.
Well,
Alright.
I'll go with you.
all right.
So, as you all kind of gear up, where are you going first?
You.
I mean, the mid-district bazaar is probably closer.
It would be closer, yes.
Well, hopefully there's not too big of a guard cordon, and hopefully not too terribly burned down.
Okay. Due to the general size of the mid-district bazaar, it does take you a little while to get there. And it's not as big a crowd as it has been, as many left the city. yesterday after the massacre. But it is still the Festival of the Rise. And there are still a handful of people out and about. So the streets are still clogged, but you guys are able to get to the area upon which this compound is, as I can best describe it, as there was a high fence set around it and a few buildings inside. However, the fences have been pushed over into the compound, and all 3 buildings inside have been torched.
Have been what?
Torched. They were lit aflame and burned asunder.
You cut out like right as you ended, and I went,
Yeah. But that was about to be expected, wasn't it? Like,
I mean,
does
with our luck.
it even look like anything survived the fire, or is it just ash?
It looks like it's just ash.
Well,
I wasn't expecting
no,
much, but at least we can have that crossed off.
I mean, we could at least shift around for like a basement or a cellar or something like
any
that,
magic
right?
I missed.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Well, let's get poking around.
Alright, I would like you guys to roll investigation checks.
12 over on D&D Beyond.
Dang, I rolled a 2.
Guys, I rolled above a 10.
Don't worry, I just took your bad roll.
Come on.
25!
I had a
Alright.
23.
Wanker
Can I
man
never
rolled high.
be on
Thomas?
And investigation.
Yes.
I'm assuming my Fae Fiend are on.
No.
It's only.
You guys are never going to get to use that, are you?
Well, it's only for
They've
tracking,
gotten to use
or
it
it's
a
only for
handful of
recalling
times.
specific information regarding Fae Fiend or Undead. And I get it for tracking because I'm a ranger. Investigation. Hell yeah.
Okay. So as you guys are sifting through, it doesn't appear that there was any kind of cellar or basement below. As you guys are kind of siphoning through everything here, Wayne, one interesting thing that you're able to find, which seems kind of strange, from what you've seen, and you've investigated a few burned houses before, back in Revedan, you were a PI effectively, and a couple times houses burned down, and either they wanted to figure out if it was arson or if it was some kind of insurance fraud, and you had to look into it. And you could definitely say this house, building, compound was occupied. Like, you are absolutely certain of that. Just by the personal effects and belongings that you're able to find laying around. All of it torn asunder and aflame. Any books or notebooks seem to have just crumpled up in the fire. But one odd thing that you do find is you find, like, as best described, a doll of forms. It is not creepy. It is a fairly normal doll, you would say. Probably one that a young child would use. It's a replica of a male figure with kind of like this bright blonde hair. Obviously, the huge round face that a doll usually has. Seemingly wearing like noble attire. But as you kind of look at it, you're kind of looking side to side and you're like, no adult would be caught dead with something like this. No self-respecting adult.
And this was the same house that we had raided a while back, right?
This is not
That's
the
where
same
we-
house that you guys raided a while back.
So
Oh, I thought that's where we were going.
no, so the house that we were going to was owned by the same company that was getting all of the weapon shipments from Varys, who we found, at the scene of the Red Rise massacre. That company also owned this plot and a warehouse down by the ocean, or by the river, rather.
If you're looking at Forge,
Gotcha.
where I had just marked is where you guys currently are. The house you guys were at earlier was like almost down here in the South Vertasis.
Okay.
But you guys are here in the Mid-District Bazaar.
And then we're probably going somewhere down here next.
And this is the same company that was sending stuff to Varys.
No,
But not.
no, this
Oh,
is Varys' company. They were buying the weapons.
So they were receiving the shipments, not
Yes.
sending. Okay.
Yes.
Track. So this is just a little doll in a little house that happens to be owned by a shipping company owned by Varys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or at least
Word.
Varys adjacent.
I will say, at least Varys adjacent, yes. Valerium Holdings, while it has been a company you've seen once or twice around missions where Varys is, it was also seen here that if Varys is telling the truth through the letter, he had no clue what was going to happen.
Speaking of letter, Lynn is just gonna quickly take a peek.
There is no response.
All right.
Do
Well,
I recognize the depicted blonde-haired male in noble attire of this doll?
You know, I'll let you go ahead and roll me an insight check.
No, so close. It double bounced back.
That was very close to being a very, very, very high roll. No, you do not have an immediate recognition of this figure.
I guess I'll show it to the rest of the crew. Is it burned a little bit, or is it like completely untouched in the rubble?
The doll, it's singed. Like the blonde hair might be a little burnt on its tips, but it is fairly well kept, surprisingly.
While they're all continuing to look around, I am going to pull out. What is it?
Your cock.
Yes.
he's already done that today. He's already exhausted from it too.
Yep.
Yeah, you can only do that once per short rest.
He'll squeeze more blood from the stone.
Oof.
Now I'm going to pull out the Arcane Grimoire and use it to cast ritually detect magic on the doll.
Okay. You spend 10 minutes plus a little bit of time ritually casting detect magic. As you do, you are immediately lit up by your allies' just raw amount of magical items and potential upon them. But more importantly, you kind of hone in and focus on this doll, and it is completely non-magical.
Alright.
Question DM. If I wanted to
That's
investigate
sus.
who the doll might be, could I use history instead if this is like, I don't know, like an important person?
You could use either.
Is
No,
there-
he doesn't use
If
You're right.
Wayne's willing to share his toy with you.
I'm bored of it now. It's not magical, so.
There's no
I-
writing on this
Yeah,
doll,
it's
yeah.
more-
At the,
There is
at
no
the
writing
very
on the doll.
least, I
Oh,
am making
that's
up for my
doll.
2 by adding a 0 to the end and a nat 20. Plus 9.
Okay, a nat 20 plus 9. Damn. Okay. Well, let me pull something up real quick. So this doll, as you're kind of looking around, I'm actually gonna double check. You rolled a pretty low investigation, didn't you? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you're kind of looking at it, you immediately are like, this does kind of look familiar. What is this? What? I can't tell. As you're kind of looking at it, you come to the conclusion that this must be a doll representative. Like, you're looking at the facial features, obviously not accurate, but what they attempt to show, the hair, the build, everything about it screams to you a noble family, particularly the Lek family. You couldn't say that this is one of the Lek family, or which one it is, but it very much is a caricature of that family.
Your mic is like cutting in and out. I think you might have your gain too high. Now,
Did you catch everything I said, though?
I think I caught the important parts. That it's a doll representation of one of the Lek family. We can't get like a specific person, but was it like, judging by the attire, can I tell if it's a senator?
Not from the attire, no.
Okay, because I want to check my notes, because I was wondering if one of the Lek family was one of the like senators who appeared to have betrayed them, but that
No, they were
I don't
not.
think it was.
It was not. The three that betrayed were Garth Dimwius, there was Gerald Winterhold, and then Gregory Marovich. Gregory Marovich of Ribacheg, Gerald Winterhold of Team, and then Garth Dimwius of Sargoth.
I'll say, do you want to say the names of the senators again? Because I don't think I have them in my notes.
Not really. So there was Garth Dimwius of Sargoth.
Alright.
There was Gerald Winterhold of Team.
Mm-hmm.
And Gregory Marovich of Ribacheg.
Thank you.
Okay. So with those noted down,
Be a Lek.
At least, if I remember correctly, at least 2 Lex died in the attack.
In fact, I
Or
think
2 Lex senators.
I think 4.
Or 3.
So yeah, my notes I believe say 4.
I know there were multiple brothers and only one is remaining. At the very least.
Yeah. 4 members of the Lek family died.
Oof.
Row.
That's rough.
and also to remind you guys, the Lek family is a fairly small noble house who are stewards of a large lighthouse south of Sargoth. On like a small island. And while they may not have a very rich or powerful name, they have a name that is prestigious enough to marry into a lot of houses and have become a more powerful name purely off of those marriages and the seats they have been able to gather because of it. One of the Leks is the current bodyguard of, I believe, Errant Valkenton while he was here in Suno. There are quite a handful of Leks. Their seed is strong, one would say.
I still have no idea what this means. Anyways, anything else around the place?
No.
Well, is on to the warehouse then?
Is there anything else we could do here?
As long as no one else has questions.
I mean, we looked at the rubble. We found a doll. There's nothing cool about the doll that we can find.
There's nothing like detect magic-wise about the rest of the warehouse, is there?
No.
Alright, that was the only other thing I could think of.
Okay. So as you guys kind of pack your bags and begin moving south into the Leocart quarters to find these warehouses, I would like you guys to roll me an investigation check, as it does not design which of these, just the short area, and they are all monotonous looking warehouses.
Leopold, I'm gonna slap you with the guidance.
Of course you say that after I roll, but
You just add the +4. Well, fortunately for me, I cannot see Forge. Not one.
Well,
absolute cinema.
okay, are
28.
we missing one? I think we're missing one.
Rolling. Investigation?
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you were talking to someone in specific. That's my bad. Alright. Now! Lower.
Alright. Well, we still had a very, very, very successful set of rolls. You guys are able to very quickly find a small warehouse. It is not very large, but it is fenced in. It is not burned down. There seem to be no issues with it. It also borderline seems abandoned, but due to the high investigation checks, especially that 28, I'm going to give this to you guys as well. As you're walking by, there's almost like a heat that radiates from this facility.
Oh boy.
But there does not seem to be like a fire occurring here.
Okay, how big is the warehouse? Like,
You would say it's maybe 100 feet deep and probably like 80 feet wide. So
okay, in
when
that
I say
case,
warehouse, it is a very
Yeah.
small warehouse.
I would like to. Well, okay. I don't think this would end up fucking us over, but the heat coming off of here isn't like some flammable gas, is it?
I mean, you don't think so. You don't have any reason to believe that's what it would be.
Okay, in that case, I would like to light my brand new lantern and see if there are any undead within 300 feet.
There are no undead within 300 feet.
Okay.
There's plenty of undead, but undead, nah.
So there's a
Oh.
graveyard by?
Yes.
Maybe a watery graveyard, depending on how active the mafia is, but, well, there's, like, nobody... So you said the warehouses were fenced off, but there's, like, nobody around, is
I
there?
mean, there's a handful of people around, but this is not... This far south into the city, right by the docks, is not a very booming area right now. This is not like where the public would come to leave the city via boat. So there's minimal foot traffic in this area.
And, is there, like, a, I don't know, central management office so I could, go ask
No,
the...
there is not.
Okay. I figured I'd go for a throwback and see if I could, debate the owner into letting us in while the rest of the party just breaks in. But I guess we're all breaking in today.
That would be funny. What would you guys like to do?
Well. Oh yes,
Fireball.
Detect magic. No! No!
Nah. I'm just kidding.
The fertilizer in the warehouse will blow up.
Unironically, just has a huge ass chunk of uranium-235.
It's Lebanon all
That was
over
the-
again.
It was
Just levels the entire.
radioactivity.
Yeah, and detect magic, guys. You seeing anything fun?
I mean, it only has a radius of 30 feet, so it might not
Ah.
even hit into the warehouse. But it also does last for an hour, so there's no reason not to keep it on. I'll detect magic.
Okay.
Oh.
There's... Yes, Jade.
I just realized I had that grim psychometry, so for that doll, I don't think I got anything special, did I?
Hmm. What do you mean the grim psychometry for the doll?
I just have the ability that when making intelligence or history check. Okay, never mind. I'd have to make a history check.
Okay.
Just found it.
I thought there was
Later.
some
Sorry.
part of grim psychometry that was like that. So...
How long did it take to get over here?
Maybe 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. There is no immediate natural magic presence as you guys approach the gate with your detect magic. The gate is locked.
Minutes.
What'd you say?
Mine's only 10 minutes.
Yours is only 10 minutes? That's weird.
So I thought detect magic lasts for an hour.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it probably only lasts 10 minutes.
Yep, it is up to 10 minutes. That is my mistake. Still, 10 minutes should probably be enough time.
Alright.
Well, it took us 30 minutes to get over here.
Well, he didn't cast his until you guys got here.
Oh, he's his now. Okay.
And besides, mine has like multiple uses because they're in a wand.
Gotcha.
Alright, so as you guys approach these gates, how do you guys intend on gathering in? It's about a maybe 8 or 9 foot fence.
Well,
Time to get a 10-foot ladder.
you don't need a ladder. I could just
I know.
raises my immovable rod, plants it up.
Okay.
It's fine.
So as you guys climb over the fence, there is 1 or 2 people nearby that kind of give you weird glances, but they don't seem to like rush off to go get the guard or anything.
We forgot. Just yellow. We forgot our keys.
As you guys approach this warehouse, I would like to know who do we think is leading the charge as they open up this warehouse door?
Don't look
mean-
at me.
Would it be Leo just because he's got the detect magic on?
Right in front or right behind you, Leo.
Yeah, I'll be nearby to slap guidance when needed.
Alright, so Leopold, as you get closer and closer to the door,
I'll be last in.
you don't sense any magic, but the heat that's radiating out of this room gets hotter and hotter. The door appears to be unlocked to this warehouse.
Wait, do I smell smoke?
There are hints of it, but that isn't the primary thing that you smell.
What do we smell?
Fish.
Fish.
Mm.
You
No!
smell like not what I would call smoke. Smoke, while it does have a similar smell, sulfur and ash are distinct from smoke. And you would say you smell more of a sulfur and ash than you do a smoke smell.
In that case, I'm going to say, screw subtlety. Something is probably burning in there, and we want to move fast to salvage whatever we can. So, given that he is
Smells
much higher,
more like a portal to hell.
given that he is a much higher strength score than me, I am going to ask Sekir to please very kindly bash down this door.
There is no strength score character in this party.
Wait,
Um,
I thought you were strength basic here.
no,
No,
I was not.
he's Dex.
I'm better than
Oh,
no.
normal. Barely. Yeah, I have a 12 plus 1.
Hold on.
Wait, also,
I'm gonna.
didn't you say the door was unlocked?
The door was unlocked. You guys don't have.
I completely forgot the door was unlocked. My bad.
Hold on. I'm gonna step out to let
We
the
gotta
dogs out
break
of the
down
bag.
this unlocked door.
Yeah, we're just gonna kick in the unlocked door just for style points.
Okay. As you kind of open the door and look inside, roll a perception check for me, Leopold.
And of course, Lennon isn't here to slap a guidance.
I
but
would
considering
assume
this
he's
is,
going to slap a guidance on you.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you would allow it since this is more like reactive than proactive, but eh.
I like to think that was a conversation though. That
Yeah.
you go up to the door and you say, "Secure, bash it down." Like, dude, it's unlocked. Right.
It could definitely happen. Anyways, with advantage, +4 and 1d4, time to see me roll like a 5.
That's physically
Or a
impossible.
23.
Okay. With a 23,
Okay.
as you peek your head in, you are immediately hit by that wave of ash as oxygen enters into the room, and the flare and the fires that you see immediately seem to grow a little bit brighter. But as you're looking at it, at a first glance you think it's fire, but no, you see 6 what appear to be like forges of a sort set in this room that are leaking lava onto the floor, and it is spreading across this warehouse currently.
Interesting.
In that case, may I hold on? With my
Be on it.
23, do I see what else is around the warehouse, or is it just forges spewing lava?
As you take a few more seconds and look just a little bit closer, you do see a few other things. You see that there's a multitude of pillars going up into the ceiling, and you see on a handful of them closer to the center of the building, there are chains on these pillars. And the closer you look, and as you step into the building around the first corner, you see while most of the chains seem to be unoccupied, 2 of the sets have a body attached to them. They do not appear to be alive. In fact, one has gotten deep into the layers of rot at this point.
Speak with undead.
Are those the only ones?
You
Or
only see 2
things of
bodies.
importance I see? Sorry, are those the only
without
things of
without
importance?
like investigating and looking in deeper? That's all I'm going to give out a perception check.
All right. I don't really think I have anything in my inventory to like help put out fires. I mean, I guess I could try to like ray of frost the fires and hope that that slows it down.
What I
Does
miss?
anyone else have input?
So the
That's me,
you missed. The inside the warehouse, there are some forges spewing lava. There are a bunch of pillars. Some of them have chains, and 2 of them have bodies attached to them. One of them
Oh.
is very old.
Are we trying to get them down? Are we trying to? What are we trying to? What's the?
I mean, these are both dead bodies. I was just gonna say that I'm going to like ray of frost the lava, and you guys can maybe investigate and like potentially deal with the bodies while I try and slow things down.
Hold on. I have Leopold. I have levitate,
Okay.
What is that?
so
gonna
we could
do?
just if we want to get up to the bodies, we can.
I mean,
So
I would
to
assume
clarify, the bodies are on the ground. They're not hanging from the
Oh.
pillars. There are
I
chains
thought they
attached to the pillars, and the bodies are attached to the chains attached to the pillars on the ground floor. They're not
Ah,
T-pose hanging in the ceiling.
that's what I thought was happening. My bad.
DM,
Yes.
does Rikus see any chain levers or levers that would denote the quenching action of a forge?
It seems
To put it
that these forges either don't have one or have been destroyed to the point where it won't function.
Is there any,
I
like...
can spurt out 1 gallon of water from an alchemy jug.
That would honestly
Congratulations.
help. That would help a lot in trying to stem the lava.
Is there any notable, like, command room? Well, operations room inside?
As you kind of look around, there do seem to be. I should have told Leopold this earlier, but yeah, as you guys kind of enter in and look around, there do seem to be a handful of boxes stacked in a couple of the corners of the room, but they also seem to have their tops open and seem to be empty. You'd have to get closer and investigate thoroughly to really tell. But there is no like office area for this warehouse. There. Looking around, really seems to be nothing here. Yes, Jade?
I also have the blood tank, which has a lot of blood in it.
I don't know if blood is good at quenching lava.
It's a liquid. I think it would do just as well as water. But imagine the smell.
Is...
It smells so bad.
Are there any... before we walk over to the boxes, are there any, like, doors or, like, obvious, like, openings?
No.
To the outside,
of the one that
no.
you entered into.
Oh
Is this,
dear.
is this a time thing? Is this like, as we are exploring more and more, this stuff's just spreading and we're on a time crunch?
From your guys' passive investigation, these forges probably got left on days ago.
Ah.
Oh.
This is
Well-
and this is stone. Like, this doesn't catch fire and spread very easily.
Right.
So it's just bubbling over and crawling towards the edges of this warehouse. This is not an imminent threat of burning down.
Okay, so no, you need to.
I go over and I
pound
just
the
piss
blood
on it.
As you go and piss on it, the lava doesn't just stop being lava because you pissed on it. Maybe if you came on it, that'd be a different story. But you piss on it. It's hot. One of the little flakes of water that bounce off of the lava hit you in the leg and burn off some of your leg hairs.
Well, I tried.
Kinky.
How much does my Ray of Frost seem to be doing?
The Ray of Frost does more, for sure. But it will take some time for you to, like, put everything out in this whole room. It would probably take you, half an hour of just Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost, Ray of Frost.
Well, while he's on
And-
that,
Yeah, I'll
let's
keep
go
doing
look
that.
at the boxes.
Also, I guess another question for the future: like, how close are we to the water line?
To a water line, you have no clue. If you're talking about the, like,
River?
the river, okay. Water lines do exist here, so I didn't know if you're like, where's the nearest pipe under the road? If you're talking, where is the actual docks, you guys are about a quarter mile away.
Not really length the distance you want to be hucking water yourself. All right, I'll just continue on this then.
Okay.
You gotta have like a fire station or something, right?
Maybe they have a volunteer fire department.
This isn't the Inexorables job.
Rikus is with Linen, looking through things.
What's in the box?
Okay, I would like you guys to roll me an investigation.
I'm a slap guidance
Oh yeah.
on you, but Oh, sweet. Dirty 20.
After I pee on the lava and it does nothing, I'd probably go over and help them.
Add 20. Plus 1.
Oh.
Plus 9.
Okay.
They don't need
That
a
20.
One moment.
Rummaging through these office-looking things in the boxes.
So
Change the music.
one of the first things you find is as you open, or as you're looking at these boxes, most of them appear to be open and mostly emptied. There are no markings on the side of these boxes. They are completely plain. As you kind of go and you pry open the next box, Rikus, as you're kind of looking at it, you kind of look into it. I have one question for you, Rikus. How well acquainted would Rikus be with the drug scene? I feel fairly is an appropriate answer.
Fairly,
Not
given
Why
that
not
thoroughly.
his-
linen?
not thoroughly, but fairly, given his MOS as a military police.
Linen knows what drugs are.
Police
Why-
deal with drugs.
Yes, but you don't know drug dealers, Lennon.
As you open up one box, you get curious and you open up the next box. And you see, as you're looking into it, one box seems to be filled of like this viscous white, almost honey-like liquid. That's thick and goopy and put into like little bags to be sold separately. As you're looking at it, you're like, this is the street name is Home, but Komanifram is what it's technically known as. Just this weird mixture of a tree sap and a little like enzyme or excretion that another creature has. It's just this weird mixture. It's a fairly cheap drug that is mostly known for like mixing into food, as it provides this like salty sweet taste to it while providing a little bit of a high. As you open up the next one, you kind of look into it and you see more what you would call like prescription medication, as these are pills. As Profi is its street name, but Profenabizia, a medicinal like liquid gel tablet, used as kind of like a fix-all drug that is extremely expensive and also extremely addicted, is side by side with a box of primoxocyclacine, otherwise known as Moxie.
You're just throwing words out there, huh?
No, I have this all written down.
I've been to the sessions where he's been brainstorming drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Would Linen know these?
Linen would
Linen was
absolutely
like-
know the two medicinal ones.
Ooh.
The Hom is a bit of a different story. You kind of look at that and you're like, I wonder what it tastes like.
I mean, Linen would just be like, "Oh, nice medicine. Oh, what's this one?" Kind of just reach to like, just a bit of a.
Yeah. And as you open up a third box, Rikus,
Grabs arm.
the last pair is a crate that seems to have powders in it. As the first one you see, you know to be Digger's Dust, which is a primarily dwarven drug, as it is incredibly dangerous to consume, pretty much as any other race. And you see another thing. There's only a few pouches of this, as you see gray sand, as it's called. You have no clue where this comes from, but you've heard of it before, and that's what you assume this to be.
I guess how will I know what the medicine does if I can't verify its effects?
I've dealt with drug addicts in my units before. I'd hate to see you be one as well.
All medicine are drugs at some point. It's just a matter of how much you take and how quickly. A small taste won't hurt.
Yes, the dollop on your finger is enough to last you about the rest of the day into the next morning.
Rikus, I would like you to roll me. You know what? For funny's sake, I'm going to say roll me a. You can decide on either history or insight.
They are the same.
He is the same. Wum, 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 wum,
Would it change the results of my roll if I decide which one it
You
is?
may gather some slightly different information.
Would you like a guidance?
Be back in a sec.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Sure.
Oh,
we'll
we're
do
already
that.
touching. Some.
29. The 19, not a 20 this time,
Okay.
but 29.
With your incredibly high roll, you would guess that the street value of these 3 crates of drugs is probably sitting somewhere damn near 5,000 gold pieces. So you're incredibly surprised to see them left here. Particularly, you know, gray sand, each one of the 5 little bags goes for nearly 250 gold pieces. That is the most expensive of these, by a long shot. But as you're kind of looking at these, you're also like, hold on, wait a second. And I'm only giving this to you because of your incredibly high roll. I will have you roll an insight as well.
While that's happening, DM, are there any like markings inside the box? Or any like papers?
Dear
Fucking 32.
Dear Lord, you bitches. You guys,
was a nat
unironically,
20.
over
That
the
was a-
last
that was a
6
max roll.
sessions I've ran for both you guys and my in-person game, the amount of nat 20s rolled for information such as this, where I'm like, we'll give a little bit of information, and then it's like, oh, nat 20, and I feel compelled to give more information than intended, is
I rolled
ridiculous.
max possible.
Like Wayne's visions, like last session. Either way.
Which was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Either way, you're kind of looking at these, and you're like, digger's dust. You know, can't remember the name of the crime syndicate who is known for selling them, but there is a syndicate that you know of that is more centered around dwarves, and they sell digger's dust to the dwarves in the Caladrian Empire. And you know that they have a monopoly on that, like, because it comes from the Dwendalian Empire. It comes from the mines of the Dwindle Mountains. And none of the other gangs in the area sell that. But it is a very similar situation for the gray sand. So to see them being held in the same location and being seemingly sold by the same group of people is not something you could have ever expected. Like, this would mean some kind of collaboration or a third party entering in that very well would change the crime syndicate situation as a whole.
Right, because there are so many substances that I don't know what they do in here.
If you touch a single one of
well.
these substances, I'll give you your own prosthetic.
Secure walks
I mean,
up from behind
yeah,
them and just like looks into the box and starts reaching in.
Yeah, you stay secure. I'm really interested on what this gooey one is.
Unless Rekus is going to stop him,
Honestly-
I'm unironically going to have him start loading things.
Rikus, who is
the
already
gooey-
prepared
the
to have
gooey
someone
one?
try to touch one.
The gooey one is the only one you trust them with.
I know what the
James.
secure. Those two are medicinal, like highly addictive. But these other
Something
ones,
like
I don't know.
I'm already like ready for the medicine freak to like try to reach into the box again. So my good arm was already on my scythe. As soon as I see this other arm come in, I just immediately like underhand like hook and like ready to cut it off, and I'm like, please don't.
Ready to cut it off is crazy.
I've already lost you to your idiocy once.
I close the chest. The whole thing then.
Obviously, we're taking all of this with us as evidence. I
All
look
right.
at both of them
Evidence or
very,
evidence?
very sternly.
All right, Secure, help me get it into the bag.
Could we take half? We did find it.
You didn't
Are there
find
any-
shit.
Are there any
Party.
Are there any notable papers or markings while we're taking the
There
evidence?
are no notable papers. There are no notable markings.
All right. Well-
DM, I've grabbed the bag of holding to kind of shove these into the bag because I'm not going to be
My
walking
bag.
around with crates on my back. full of drugs.
Yes.
Um,
Meanwhile, Linen will be.
Well, it's in a bag of holding, and no one knows what's in the bag of holding, except those who know what's in the bag of holding. But as I do, the initial pouch that I opened up of the white viscous goop that I opened up to examine, knowing that it's relatively okay.
Going through Wayne's things?
I'll take one of my daggers and just give a small like a tiny little dollop on the end of it. And after I'm done like packing everything into the bag, I walk up to Linen, like grab his hand, just kind of slap that on his finger and says "Happy birthday."
I
That's
feel like
it.
I feel like I would have taken a smaller amount than this is a lot.
When I say small dollop, I mean like fucking the size
Yeah.
of a pea.
Lin was like using the tip of his pinky finger. He wasn't gonna just like, oh.
Yeah, this is like a small drop, like literally like a small drop. This is
Okay.
the one that they mix into food, so I'm like, yeah, okay, but it is like also
Alright.
raw.
Well, after this, let's see what are on those bodies, on those chains, and Lin will just like, oh.
Okay.
Con
You do not have to make a con save. It is a fairly safe drug for being a street drug. Home as a whole is more like a really, really expensive seasoning or mixture or sauce to put in. Like, yes, it
Whale
does.
semen.
Yes, whale semen. You don't know yet. Yes, it does. It is quite expensive, just like most spices are nowadays. But it's not the most expensive drug on the street, and it's mostly bought by rich people who want to feel good when they eat their food.
I don't really see much. Analytically, not really much medicinal value on this.
It's
Might be useful for
just
cook-
like it's basically like straight cannabis.
Yeah, it might be good for cooking.
So that-
Hey, Secure, this might be useful for your
No.
potion making.
He doesn't make potions.
Yes, I do. They just don't do anything for anyone except for me.
No, it might be
You
a better substitute for lavender.
Yes, please. Tell me more.
It's kind of sweet, kind of salty. Doesn't really
Tell me
do,
less.
The last
doesn't
last
really
thing I
do too
need
much.
Is, the last thing I need is my like primary fighter to have the munchies mid fight. like,
Look, you can just motivate him by saying that he'll get his Scooby snacks after the fight.
oh, Scooby snacks.
We have three
bro.
greater healing potions. One of them has the drugs in it.
And I
Choose
would have
wisely.
gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling Inexorables.
DM Reich is after he's packed everything away, he's like running all the different drugs through his head and be like, does he know of any Like, does he remember any cases where they had like case uses where any of these drugs were mixed together?
No, not off the top of his head. I would not say he
Also-
has that knowledge.
Also, DM, could you send me that list of substances so I may
You
put it in my
didn't
notes later?
notate it while I was saying it?
I have
I
listen.
did, but I butchered all the
I
spelling.
have the list.
Yeah,
I will
listen,
send it to
I
you.
have-
and then-
On my very old laptop, I have a lot of things on the screen.
It's okay.
So,
the others got a
no.
list if you guys want to post it to the chat.
Thank you.
99% of that stuff I don't have written down beforehand, so I can't just copy paste to you. I'd have to go out and make a list for you, which I'm not really
Yeah.
going to do mid-session.
No, that's fair. I just needed it for my notes when I get back to my apartment, so I can,
Fair enough.
put it on my
Someone will
regular
put it
note
in the Discord
tab.
if they haven't already.
I got it.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna take a small step outside and call Oswald down from the sky.
Whoa.
And I'm going
In the
to hand
where?
him a small note that just has a list of all the drugs.
Yes.
And then just kind of a couple simple questions like case use history, mixtures, etc. And I'm gonna send it to my same informant back in the military camp. Send Oswald back there. But I'm gonna write on there to send results back to our new stronghold. So
The Grey Hand Keep, or the Grey Hand Keep.
yes. So any information will be sent there that will be picked up again on who God knows how many sessions later.
Yes, accurate.
Well,
All right.
let's go check them bodies.
The bodies. The bodies are, one of them is thoroughly decomposing, and doesn't have much of a sign to say. Those who are investigating can roll investigation checks.
I roll medicine.
Sure. Why?
Woo! Just body, see, like cause of death.
Okay.
All right.
Is anyone else participating?
I'm currently pew-pew-pewing the lava with my Ray of Frost.
I will.
Investigation on them.
16
so
on
it's
medicine.
19. 16 medicine.
Can I do a history check?
No.
Okay. Investigation.
Okay, we'll start with Linen.
Alright.
These bodies, due to the pooling of stains around them and the few wounds you can still distinctify, you would guess these people died to a very, very, very slow blood loss. Almost as if they were cut in such a way to where it would be nearly impossible for their blood to coagulate and stop the bleeding. From what it looks like, they also have bruises around their neck and almost like an indentation in the bone of the more rotted one. To say that they were probably... They didn't die from asphyxiation, but they were asphyxiated multiple times to a point where their body was unable to gather enough oxygen to really function properly. From what you can tell, these people were probably in a state of extreme discomfort for a while before they died.
Got it.
Discomfort is put lightly.
I could describe it worse. So, Wayne, as you go about investigating the bodies, I'll say the first thing you note is they are both men. Probably somewhere, the human of the two, probably somewhere in his early to mid-30s, and there appears to be an elf of some kind. You can only tell that because this is the more rotted corpse, one of his 2 ears is still mostly attached and extends slightly farther than what your normal human would. But the body is decomposed to the point where you can't really tell, and the stench is kind of rough. Both of whom, however, seem to be some kind... They're fairly well dressed, and from what you see on their body, you kind of think back to the Senate chambers. The aides of certain senators wore very similar clothing.
Hmm.
I roll a history to remember which ones.
I will allow you to roll a history to see if you can remember.
I'm not very good at this, so I probably won't. But
Ah.
You remember everything.
yeah, maybe not.
Wait, history on what?
The clothing. Do you want a guidance?
Which aids they were on?
Would a guidance help at all? Because I
Yeah.
can't see what forges.
I got a 5.
Well,
I can't roll history though. Did I see those? I don't think I did. I don't know. Jay
You
doesn't
have
remember.
not asked to be a part of this investigation. Well, actually, you did roll an investigation. To be entirely honest, I don't think Sakir would have been paying attention.
Okay.
While Wayne is a goofball and a chaotic, semi-evil Joel Olstein, he is along with Rikus, a very, very, very talented detective. And so those slight little pieces of information they try to absorb, I'm more inherent towards giving them that kind of role than Sakir.
Okay. Cool.
So, is there anything else you guys would like to do here at the warehouse?
That's bodies, drugs, lava.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that stands out here?
Not with your guys' rolls up to this point.
But
And
I
you
guess,
guys rolled
like-
very high.
I was like, we didn't get the specific senators yet, though. That's like the only other thing I could think of wanting, but well, okay. The only other thing I could think of would be like maybe seeing if the forges themselves were somehow connected to the light stars, but I don't know if we'd be able to do that with all of the lava, or how we'd even go about checking that.
I guess like maybe I missed this, but like in this warehouse, are there any like indication that like things were moved quickly or like scrapes on the floor, stuff like that?
There are some minor scrapes on the floor when it comes to the opened and moved boxes. It seems like someone in some kind of hurry probably moved some of the material out of the warehouse, but it obviously wasn't necessarily the most valuable of the items, unless these boxes were just filled with some of the more rare drugs in the 3 crates that you guys have.
I guess looking at the roof, anything notable sticking out from rafters or
No?
no? Alright. Well, other than that, potential hidden cellar? I'm reaching for straws here, grasping for straws here.
I mean, it could just be all that is here.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a complete and total revelation at every single lead you follow. You're getting pieces of a puzzle right now.
Yeah. I mean, we're just trying to be thorough with the locations we visit.
I'm also getting crates of drugs.
And
Can't wait to
clearly
meme
the-
on someone and be like, just fucking spike someone's drink.
I was gonna say that clearly the biggest thing we need to do is get all the drugs out of here.
Yes,
Yeah.
very obviously.
Well,
I already
I guess-
put them all into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
The biggest thing you guys have to do is now start your own criminal drug empire.
Look, we're
we
not
have to be-
turning this into the other campaign that ended after
11 sessions.
yeah.
Well, we have to become the syndicate to join the Quentar's group to, get in and destroy it from the inside.
Just rename
It's okay,
this
you're-
campaign Fifth Syndicate.
The fifth syndicate.
You are talking to the legally gray and physically gray. It's PSYOP.
Wait, that's a perfect syndicate name.
That like the legally gray and physically gray PSYOP that may or may not have absolutely gained information by giving people drugs.
Yeah.
So he's like,
That's a
this is extremely valuable in so many different ways.
He's on
Well,
the
listen.
MK Ultra Grind set.
that's a perfect name for the Black Ops group of the Inexorable group as a whole. The legally and physically.
Man, DM, the players really don't know the equivalent of what I did in the military yet.
No,
Legally-
you refuse to tell us.
No, you haven't told them.
No.
Anyways,
You
It
ain't
also
told us.
explain why I'm such a morally gray cop.
I don't know if that's
and
morally
physically.
gray. I think that might just be illegal.
No, physically gray, morally black. Anyway, as we exit the warehouse, having cooled the lava and stopped the spread of that, gained a little bit more information.
Thanks, Wayne.
Thanks, Wayne. What would you guys
all him,
like
really.
to do?
Good job, Wayne.
Do you have any other leads that you would like to follow in Suno?
I mean, I think that's about it. The only other thing I could think to do would be to pass this spot on to the relevant authorities. Because we probably shouldn't be leaving all of these drugs here.
We didn't.
Again, none of the drugs are there. It's in the bag of holding.
I forgot you stole the drugs.
We didn't
I did
steal
not
them. They
steal
left them
drugs.
here.
I just took the evidence.
Clearly, this is just, Leo
mean-
not noticing it during his putting out of the fires. Still, should probably inform the authorities about these weird forges, and that this is tied to the people who potentially did the Red Rise massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I guess the only other thing that Lynn would kind of think of is if we're gonna go on a journey to catch up with old acquaintances and see if there's any recent information in the area, why don't we on the way out of the city talk with the Hunters Guild near the Kingswood to see if there are any weird movements in the area? Just following up with them.
Let me find that guy's name. Talk about Kelk Stonehand.
Yeah.
My
The
boy
goat.
Kelk, who ran out and almost fucking died fighting digesters with you guys.
Yeah. That was great.
If you
You're
want to try
welcome.
and find him, it may take you a chunk of the rest of the day, but you probably could.
I mean,
Let's do
We
it.
could also go home.
we're
And
leaving
get to work on Rikus' new prosthetic.
we're leaving tomorrow anyways, right?
Good split up.
I mean, and not everyone needs to go.
You guys could leave today. It's not like there aren't boats heading back down to Revedan today that you could hop on.
Oh, I thought we were leaving with Lycus.
You guys could leave before him. Just putting it out there. Not saying I want you guys to or I want you to go with Lycus. But
That's actually not a bad plan, unless we really, really want to find Kelk, which I do. Then we should just get on the boat, and you can fix his hand on the boat.
I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to fix his hand on the boat because I kind of need to workshop. But also, I thought our plan was to leave today with Yvonne and
because Yvonne and Theobald are leaving today, later this
Oh,
afternoon.
I don't know.
And we'll just send a letter to Kelk.
So
Yeah.
it
Ask
is
him.
currently mid-morning. You guys have time. Like, if you wanted
Oh.
to, you probably could find him before Theobald and Yvonne leaving.
Okay, as long as we can do it before we're leaving, I'm fine.
Yeah. It'll just be a quick meeting. We'll do we'll do a bit of supply shopping while we're here as well.
Isn't there like a hunting guild here?
There is a
Where-
hunting guild.
Oh yeah. I guess we could just ask him.
That is where Kelk works.
We
Yeah,
could
because we know
just
the guild
go
master.
there.
Yeah. That's where I thought Kelk would be, but I guess he'd be working. Yeah, do a quick stop by the hunting guild. See if there's any recent updates.
Yes. So it takes you guys a couple hours to get up to that portion of the city and kind of actually make your way into this hunting guild area, where you are met with Kenneth Perican, who is, if you remember him, the head of the hunting guild. And he kind of recognizes you and kind of welcomes you in and kind of asks, what are you here for?
Rikus in his sling, just like, meh.
Just visiting.
You all look like
No.
shit.
Oh,
It was a busy
you think
day
we
yesterday.
look like shit.
You're
Look him
right.
Up and down. Is he well dressed?
Yes, he is.
No, he's right.
Shut up.
Regardless, what can I do for you today? Or what can I do for the Inexorables today?
Well, we were in the city for a bit of time, and we're leaving soon, so we thought we might as well stop by and see if there were, I guess, any new updates, any new oddities in the area that might need to be brought up to our attention.
Kenneth says, I can't particularly say anything that should be brought up to the Inexorables' attention. In terms of strange occurrences, there are always strange occurrences in the Kingswood of Suno. Let me ask my chief ranger. He kind of rounds the corner and screams, Kelk! Get up here! After 15 seconds, Kelk walks out, and he is actually wearing what appears to be brand new studded leather armor. As he kind of rounds the corner and kind of the more perceptive of you kind of notice a little bit of a stutter in his step, as though he is a little bit inebriated currently.
Much more likely to join us.
As he kind of
He's a dwarf.
stands
His
out, he
default
says,
state is inebriated.
well, hello. I wasn't expecting to see you guys today.
We can tell.
I'm not expecting to see anybody most days.
Well, you looking for money?
He kind of
What?
looks up to Kenneth and
What?
says, in front of my boss? That's kind of forward. And Kenneth kind of looks at you awkwardly and says, yes, what exactly are you asking?
Well, he joined us for a while with the digesters. Proved to be very useful. We might have another mission. Might have something that might interest the two of you. Now opening it up to the two of them, I want everyone to know my charisma is not very good.
I don't think you can successfully proposition them here.
As they kind of look back and forth, they're like, there would have to be some more details as a part of it. On top of that, I thought you were here to ask about what's going on in the woods nearby.
Yeah, we are. But I do also want to ask, what will the Hunters Guild be up to now that we're at war?
You see Kelk's shoulders kind of sag a little bit and almost seems to sober up a little bit out that and says, well, in terms of things that we've been doing of late, there have been another 1 or 2 digesters, but nothing that started a pack or another place to call home like the original group that I went out with you for. In terms of other things, there have been minimal strange things, nothing more strange than creatures seemingly from more northern areas starting to flood south. Standard migration. But I mean, they should be moving back up north here soon as it's rising. I can't seem to think of anything too incredulous that's been occurring of late. There have been a few more trespassers than usual in the King's Woods that we've had to apprehend and throw in some dungeons. One of them was spouting crazy talk looking for what we now know to be called digesters. Don't know why he was looking for them particularly, but in terms of from there, what we're going to be doing during the war is our usual job, on top of particularly maybe trying to find a few certain creatures that are a little bit more rare to maybe add to the war effort.
These trespassers you said, do you know, like, are they poachers? Are they affiliated with some sort of gang? Are they...
I have no clue. They've been taken by higher powers to be interrogated. We're just there to be the control factor for the Kingswood. For any actual people breaking any laws in there, that goes up to the Caladran estate and family.
Alright.
As he kind of finishes saying that, Kenneth says, if I may ask, why are you interested in inviting us, Sakir?
Gonna be honest, I just really like you.
¿Quieres?
I like you,
Hey,
and I want you.
Well, do you have any details of anything, pay or moving or anything of the sort?
Okay, so I was wrong. I thought that he would like turn it down and be like a man of honor, but we can discuss your pay.
Okay,
I'm like Marcus is literally like,
what
Are you...
doing?
The entire party is like, what are you on about?
Stop making secure talk.
You
brought
proposed
this up
it in the first place!
I know, because no one said anything.
Now the real
For, like,
question,
if it's like money,
does
are we going to
Wayne
pay
try and take over?
Please, please.
I don't even know what we're trying.
Well, Wayne could
Dude,
turn this
I-
into his own thing, absolutely.
I don't know what you're trying to accomplish either, Secure.
Yeah. We're in the dark about this.
Well,
Are you trying to get them like part of the Inexorables?
What?
Yes, that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Recruiting. Oh boy.
I mean, I have a direction I could take it, but I want to see how this plays out.
Is the direction?
I'm really curious where Secur's taking this. So I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm still listening.
You dug
too,
a
guys.
grave
Me too.
here. You can lie in it.
Lennon isn't a recruiter, so
So,
have fun.
what does Secure say?
So he does turn to the rest of the group when discussing prices. He looks around to get suggestions. Does everyone just shrug and let Secure do his thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much? What is the arrangement right now for you?
Kenneth kind of looks back and forth and says, I am currently being paid a fairly handsome wage as expected for one to control such an organization as this, not particularly anything adventuring type wage. And Kelk kind of just straight out says, I'm making 25 gold pieces a month.
Oh.
With opportunity
25 a
for
month.
bonuses upon each head of certain creatures I bring back. So it's closer to 100 when all said and done.
That's pretty good.
Oh, we could double that easy.
I don't know if I'd say easy. I don't know what sort of cash inflows we're gonna have.
When you start this drug empire, y'all are gonna be filthy rich.
Or
Guys, 50 gold a month? That is nothing for an adventuring party. Literally pocket change.
Okay, like I was saying, cash inflows. How much money are we gonna be getting in?
So are you saying you're gonna double his base rate or double his monthly average rate of closer to 100 gold? Because you would be paying him, Kelk, 200 to come work for you by saying, we'll do double. And Kenneth probably makes more than him.
No. Base rate doubled, and then, I mean, we're gonna find
I
stuff
don't
along the
think
way.
Secure would know the difference. I think Secure would double the base rate, and then when Kelk's like, all right, where's my paycheck? Secure would give him the 50, and Kelk would be like, bro, what the fuck?
Bro,
Well, because
fuck
we've
you,
kept
I'm
stuff
going
along
back
the way,
to
that's the
work
point.
for the Hunter's Guild.
Well, yeah, that's
Okay.
that's what I did mean. It's like I think we double his base rate, and then he still also gets everything along the way.
What?
So Kenneth kind of looks at you and kind of looks down and kind of looks back and says, I can't say I'm particularly happy with my current work environment, but I'm not necessarily certain I'm ready to abandon it so swiftly. And
Triple.
also, there will be work needed to be done in this area. And since Inexorables is no longer an official part of the Caladrian Empire, I can't particularly say that we'll be doing what I feel like is necessary. How much independence would I have?
Looks at the rest of the party. Do they all still not answer?
This is your. Oh.
Rikus is just kind of like sniffling and just like he's been stoic this whole time, just like
Leo was probably just off in a corner, just like scribbling on some blueprints for Rikus' new arm.
How's
Are we
this?
com-
and then I just
Triple
let out a
cross.
big
He built
sigh.
a new crossbow, and I'm gonna point at Leo.
What did you say?
How's this sound? Triple base payment, and he builds you a new crossbow, and I point at Leo.
Roll me a
What?
persuasion check at advantage.
What is?
Secure doesn't
I'm gonna-
have this kind of money.
I'm gonna just sending
16.
stone. I'm just sending stone secure. I have no. What are you trying to do here, secure?
I have 100 gold. I could give him 75 right now.
Okay, so as they're kind of both looking at you, Kenneth says, I'm not entirely certain I will accept, but where would we even go to accept if we weren't to do so today?
Lennon will write you up a binding contract.
What?
Oh, I don't think. I do not think you have the skills to write a legally binding contract.
Glennon absolutely has the skills to write a legally binding contract.
Okay, I thought you were saying
100%,
Sakir, not Lennon.
Secure, I'm a at this point, Lynn will speak up. Secure, I'm a
negotiator.
medical.
As
I'm a
Lennon
medical
starts to
prof-
talk, Kelk says, I could probably bring a full crew to your new keep within a week.
Awesome. Sounds like a deal.
Secure. Oh my god.
Finding
Kelk kind of
out.
reaches up and turns toward Kenneth and says, I'm putting in my 2-hour notice.
Oh, God damn it.
Whoa.
Yes.
Kelk says, I will be intending on organizing some certain rules and regulations and current base paid for me and my full crew as we arrive. But that can be decided when we get there.
Okay.
It will be decided when we get there.
I mean, if ever is a time for the Fogger soundboard effect.
Kenneth
It will be
says,
decided when you get there.
Kenneth looks at Kelk and is just
So
like,
sorry.
dear heavens, I may have to do the same just to avoid the backlash of this. As he just kind of puts his head in his hands.
Okay. Lennon, you didn't. Or sorry, Lennon. Sakir, you didn't clear this with Rikus. With Rikus would be good to clear. You didn't clear this with Lycus at all, did you?
Oh, he'll be. And he like searches in his head. Privately contracted.
I mean,
Sub inexorable.
What?
I don't
That's crazy.
Professor Aaron wants to deal with those.
Hold on. At this point,
It's alright. Lennon knows what he's talking about.
what? Okay. Okay. At this point, what would Lynn do? How about this? We won't require, and he'll try and like, he'll nudge Yikes on this because he'll need help with this. We won't require any movement from you immediately. You won't have to leave your current occupation. This will
Kelk says, I want to get out of this shithole.
You're more than welcome.
Not immediately, at least, but until we are able to fully set up our base, it's not ready for newcomers quite yet.
Well, by the time you get there, it will be set up.
Yeah, as of now, though, please, I guess. As of now, we're more so interested on hiring on a commission basis at the moment.
Oh, well, we'll take a base rate of a lower cost plus commission if we know things are coming in.
Yeah. And
How about this? You give me an address and I'll be there in a week and a half.
I'll like. How long did?
Looks like it was crushed off. Oh crap!
How long did Lycus say it would take to set up the keep? Somebody please remind me.
The keep
said it was
is
about-
technically habitable, but it's gonna require some work. And honestly, in Lycus's current condition, Lennon's like, maybe having some extra hands to help Lycus won't be a bad thing.
Okay. All right. Immediate stuff. I'll like.
Yeah, this is gonna be a super awesome job. They show up, and Lycus is just like,
Give it a hammer.
can you move this desk over there for me, please?
Lycus
I'm
is just
a-
like, I need you to go and buy 1,400 gold worth of furniture. And then spend the next 2 weeks assembling it. I'm sending it to IKEA up in Avarian.
They just got contracted to be the most expensive movers that the Calabrian Empire's ever seen.
I
Yes,
need.
Secure.
Can you please make an actual in-world IKEA that is like just a tiny shack, but it's like a bag
No,
of
shut
holding
up,
where
we're
you go
moving on.
in and it's way bigger on the inside. Okay.
I need someone to help. Like Lennon is like reaching out over the sending stones. Like somebody please help.
I think it's settled.
Like,
I say over the sending stone.
Yeah, I think it is a little too late too little too late right now. But we should also perhaps keep a tighter hold on Secure in the future before he makes any other rash hiring decisions.
Leopold, you look at
You
your
guys could at least
look
pick
at
another
your
line.
watch and you see that it is sometime in the mid-afternoon. You guys have to get moving to the docks if you want to leave with Yvonne and Theobold.
All right.
all right. We'll
See you later.
we'll say
Let's do
2 weeks.
We
Or
can
rather than
have-
2. And
Wait, in your world is that
Yeah.
20 days, Zach?
2 weeks would be 18.
yeah. And at this point, Lynn is going to. Lynn just feels bad at this point because of what's happened. Will he? Will he not?
So, as you guys exit the hunting guild, you hear Kelk yell out, Jorge! Jimbri! And seems to just be picking up a couple guys.
So,
I can't wait
we're
to
walking out, and I
get
say-
some vampire bait.
And I've heard like this stuff going over the Rocky Talkies. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think that was a good idea. We have more hands on deck. Easily affordable.
Okay,
It's
you
good man.
say easily affordable. How good are you with money?
I have 100 gold on me right now.
So you could hire the man for a month, and that's just him. That's not any of the men he's going to be bringing.
Do you have 100 gold on you?
Yes, but I'm going to be paying for this. This is
That's another
entirely
man.
your idea.
That's another man! Saying, do you have 100 gold on you? Yes. That's another month and another man. It's fucking wild.
Yeah, I understand
Oh
finances
my
perfectly well.
DM, Rikus, who's kind of hobbling out as the rest are starting to pick up pace. He'll hand 100 gold to Kelk and say, travel costs, and then turn to, what's his name?
Kenneth.
Kenneth. I knew it started with a K. Kenneth, and I'll hand him 100 gold and say,
Sorry.
if your current duties tie you up, you can at least be my informant moving forward. Congratulations. And I just just hand him 100 gold as well for the troubles. But
Kenneth
now you know
kinda
where you
looks at
go
the
if you ever
gold and
want
then
to leave.
looks at you, sets the gold on the desk, and just... I'm certain I'll see you in a few weeks.
I'm so sorry, Kenneth. This is not what I intended. I came when I
What
asked
if
to
I
come
don't-
here.
At this
He just
point,
wanted information.
You know Kelk got a raise and a promotion, right? To First Ranger, and now he's running off to participate in some non-Caladrian group and will likely take half the department with him. Fuck the Caladrons, I guess. You must be away. Goodbye.
Yes,
Yeah.
or coach any of you other men.
Yes.
Didn't I? How much did I hand Kelk
You handed him, like,
originally?
A good number of plat.
50 plat?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 50
No,
plat
I
or
handed
50
him
gold.
plat. I handed him plat.
He
I think
handed
you
him
handed
plat.
him something like 50 plat, yeah.
Yeah, I handed him like 500 gold. So he just thinks that we're just like loaded.
They think you guys
That's what
are
I'm saying, we are.
fucking loaded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We kind of, in a way, we kind of are. Like, compared to your layman, I'm just carrying around 100 gold. That's insane.
I will also
And
note.
probably the brokest person here.
I will also note. These are really freaking well-paid people as well. Like
They
getting
are.
paid 25 a gold a month plus commission
They had a good job.
is well above high income.
And now they have a better job.
Do they?
Now
Is it
they're
though?
characters in a
Is it
bigger
though?
story.
I'll have
This
you know my
is-
retirement pay is like 10 gold a month.
Kenneth literally just sitting here, hands in his
Okay.
head, like,
Doesn't
I'm gonna have to put
like-
my parents in a retirement home.
doesn't the Galadrian military kind of underpay their pensions though?
Not really. I wouldn't say so.
Okay, because you were saying you were.
Well, I
only
mean, I was getting
Yeah.
like Rikus was getting 10 gold pieces a month as retirement and also for disability because I lost an arm,
Yes, but also to note in that Rikus served
which
in a
basically paid.
very, 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 you could say, like, tell no one side of the military. So he's going to get a much better retirement pension plan than your standard.
And
your
half
standard
of it
might
covered
be
my rent.
a couple gold.
fucking rent prices,
Isn't
Tony,
like
man.
2 gold considered like middle income?
Like,
Comfortable, yeah.
yeah, like, I'm trying to remember exactly. I think comfortable is 2 gold.
These people had well-paying jobs, and we just.
But to be
5
fair,
gold a month.
comfortable is
5 gold a
probably
month
like
was my
You are
cost of
mine
living.
now.
$20 a month.
So I was banking 5 gold, and then I would like had 5 gold a month cost of living. This is how Zach and I kind of like calculated my initial gold at the start of the campaign.
And also, like, as a standard, gold is worth just a little bit less in my world than what you would say, like, the standard D&D 5e systems goes. Like, comfortable being a couple gold, you might be able to be comfortable, but it's not really comfortable.
So more like 5 gold a month would be like comfy.
It would be like, okay, I can live my life. I might not be putting a ton away for future investments or anything like that, but I might be able to put a couple copper away every month, kind of thing. But, you know, when you get to 10 gold is where you're like, oh, I own a house, I'm paying it off, I've got this other stuff going, all of that. 25 gold a month is probably like, I live in a luxury apartment.
They're tech bro.
Yeah, it's another tax bracket. So, why do we just have people walk away from their computers randomly in the session?
I mean,
I
at
get
least,
you guys for 2 hours a week, and you can't even give me that.
I don't know. I've got
I
an
was
excuse this
First
time.
of all, I believe it's 3. But also, I was about to say Zach Henson has the excuse of dogs, but neither of the people walking away are currently Zach Henson.
No,
I mean, I guess
I mean,
he is
Thomas has a
child.
kid.
Back at the
Yeah.
exact time.
Jade is the only one without an excuse.
Jade has no excuse.
Actually, I'll have you know that Claire got me a bottle, like a small bottle of Jameson, that was double bagged, and when she was getting it out of the car with James, it fell on the concrete and broke inside the bag, and then she decided to try to filter it through paper towels. And I took one look at the jar, and I could see tiny little glass shards at the bottom still. So it is now currently filtering through 2 coffee filters.
You really want to save that fucking Jameson.
I'm surprised she saved as much as she did. Like, it's like it was like double bagged, so she literally drained it from the bag. I was like really honestly impressed.
At that point, Thomas, it just don't try. The glass, there's like glass shards in it at this point, even through filtering.
Who's the guy who deals with glass every day?
Who's the guy
Do you
who
really wanna just-
glazes his lungs
Look.
every day?
Do you really want to destroy your liver twice, maybe even thrice as hard?
Dude, it's going through coffee filters, and I'm not going to be pouring the whole thing in there. All the glass shards are at the bottom.
You simply
does not
need
float.
to consume more glass so you become one with the glass and are better at your job.
Fair.
You just need to
so fair.
glaze even harder. Anyway,
Exactly.
as you guys leave to go get on the ship with Theobald and Yvonne, you guys are able to make it in time.
Percy.
And Percy.
Right.
Yes. Theobald, Yvonne, and Percy. Percival. The child.
He's 16.
He's still a
What are you
child.
saying, Nate?
Right. Right, so here, you're gonna have to explain this one to Lycus.
Wayne out here being like, age of consent, bro.
Anything else we'll see? I think it's even younger.
Just Rikus over here.
Over here writing entire statutes just.
I am the police, Percy. Are you being molested?
Percy, I'll have you note that I am a mandatory reporter.
I am a mandatory reporter. I am an involuntary reporter.
Involuntary.
Involuntary.
What?
Anyway, so you guys make it to the boat. Are you guys wanting to RP anything, or are we just going to skip the 2 days and get back to Revedan?
Most of the session-long RPing and dragging this campaign even further out that I want to do is in Revedan, so I have nothing on the boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Secure
is going to go find himself a nice, pretty corner and refill his stock of holy slime.
I mean, if you do it
Leave
enough,
him to his
eventually it
quarters.
does become holy water.
Yeah.
Or at least holy watery.
That is
Lin-
disgusting.
That's
Absolutely
more disgusting than
disgusting.
what
Hey,
Lynn
it
was already
came in
doing.
handy on our vampire art.
It is surprising how that has gotten more use than it should have been allowed.
I mean, it's expected you should have been 0, so any amount
Also,
of
aren't you exhausted? How do you still have more?
Wayne
I
will
have
just
determination and sheer
maintain
will.
a single level of exhaustion for the rest of time.
I am a very gifted priest.
Is that tiara,
Yeah.
man?
Gifted.
He actually has another level of exhaustion points, so he could be more well rested than any other person alive, but he chooses to be level with the rest of us.
I'm so excited for Wayne to shave his head bald and put blue contacts on and wear a doctor's vest and an astronaut and a fireman and all the other stuff. Just wearing the tiara just becomes Johnny Sins.
It's Wayne Sins.
Wayne Sins.
Oh yes, all of Wayne's sins.
Wanker
how
sins.
so many.
His name is Wankersaurus Rex. He already had.
I guess it's in the name, but
Yeah.
Wanker sins.
I guess on the boat, Lynn's at least gonna radio, like us saying, "Hey, we're gonna head back to Revedan with our NPCs." And also-
we should make Sakir tell that part.
Yeah. Also, talk with Secure later. He has something very important to tell you.
Lycus responds, "Well, alright, I won't, I'ma bereft you that. I'm looking forward to making my way out to the Grey Sand Keep here in probably about a week. Meeting is starting here soon, so I won't be able to contact him until tomorrow. But,
Of course.
yes, have a good evening."
Just don't tell anyone that the Hunters Guild is being decommissioned.
He says, "Excuse me, what?"
It wasn't
Secure has
my
some
fault.
Secure has some very important information to tell you.
Yes.
Alright, I will speak with him tomorrow.
I really got him like, what? He's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
We can just go to all the competitors and hire them. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Private equity.
Oh man. Well,
I
Rikus
can't believe they cracked
walks
the bill,
up to
my
the Not Down crew and is like, well, how have you been faring?
Oh, jeez.
As you walk in, Theobald just has a blueprint up on the wall and seems to be tinkering with some kind of like mixture of wood and steel and maybe another special metal or two, and kind of looks up at you, looks toward Leopold, and then looks back down at his stuff, expecting Leopold to carry the conversation.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, do you know if you could go and get linen? I was thinking having somebody with some medical expertise might be useful in designing a prosthetic, considering neither Theobald or I well read in that regard.
Rikus is going to very sarcastically just put his hand up to his ear. Hey, Lennon. Leopold wants to talk to you.
Lennon is gonna pick up the phone. We have sending stone. What? You could just message me.
Okay, well, it's more accurate to say I want to show you some things. Could you please come down to my cabin?
He told me to fetch you. So.
Also, I just happened
Lennon, I want to show you some things. Please come down to my cabin. Wear your best set of spicy lingerie.
And it's extra not health.
Unfortunately, Lennon doesn't think like that, so he's gonna be like, all right.
Lennon already
Neither
there.
does Leo.
Just pulling on lingerie. All right. I don't know.
I don't know why he wants me to wear this, but
I've heard
turns
Closes-
out Lennon was a woman the whole time.
No,
That'd be a-
no, you don't
Yeah,
understand. That lingerie is like blessed armor. It gives you a 30 AC and a +5 to intelligence.
I will never do
charisma.
that. I will
Lennon
never
Lennon
do that.
closes that. Lennon closes the how to date book, not able to read another chapter. All right.
I forgot about that. Oh, that's so good.
Maybe another time.
Okay.
As
So
he'll walk down.
Theobald, Leopold, and Lennon get together. I would like Leopold. I would like you to make a tinkering check. I would like Lennon to make a medicine check.
Wait.
And Theobald will also make a tinkering check.
I
You
will
can make an
slap
advantage. Leopold.
Leopold, I'll slap a guidance on you as well. Also, do you think these golem books will be useful?
I'll do, roll on-
24 on to.
I'll say my check didn't.
Your check should
How do I add
be
modifiers?
a
Like,
+9. So just roll a d20 +9.
well, no, my check I have is a +11.
I don't know where you got 11 from.
Stretch.
It's alright. Go ahead and just roll a d20
Well,
plus
hold on.
11.
I think what it is that I have a +2 magical bonus because of my artificer thing.
Okay, yeah, that's likely where it comes from. If
Yeah.
that's, then yeah, just go ahead and roll a 1d20 plus 11.
Well, I'll say you said I had advantage on it though, right?
Yes, you do. So 2d20.
Say, there's not. No, I guess I'll just go ahead and manually roll it on Forge.
I'll have you know
Plus
Theobald
1d4.
rolled a 25.
Yeah.
Plus 1d4 because of guidance. Do these golem books help in any way?
No.
Damn. One day we'll
30.
be able to use
Ooh.
these golem books.
Nat 20.
Oh.
So 32, 24 for 56, 25 for 71.
My
You want to roll that
present
1d4
Yeah.
as well?
No, that's not 71, that's 81.
for this? Am I
Okay,
present
and-
for this?
I'll say I did roll your 1d4 for plus, and I just got a 1.
Alright.
Do you want to be? This will be spanning most of the day.
I'm more spending my time about the ship, smoking my pipe, enjoying the breeze and the water.
Ragus, before you go, leave your arm here.
I was gonna say we might need to like call you down just for some, get your
And
opinion.
every now and periodically being called down to be looked at for the 14th time. And whenever Yvonne passes by, having small talk. But beyond that, I'm just kind of chillaxing.
Now strip, because now we need to measure the body ratio to make sure that it balances out well.
Rikus is like,
Do it
looking
now!
up, like,
Well, I trust Linen with all
Doctor-
the medical.
Doctor
knowledge.
says no!
Doctor says, Trip, I must fondle thy balls!
well, if I must, I guess the doctor says so.
Nut.
Nut.
You just hear the soft from the room next door that you know Wayne is in.
Ignore that. That's been going on for hours
the
now.
Nut button. Anyways,
Not.
I take off my upper garments, and what you all see is someone who has a very, very, very low body fat percentage than you were expecting. Similarly to Sakir, who is always shirtless. Semi.
He is.
Let's be real here. Anyways, showing off his tattoos. You guys have never seen me shirtless, but I am smaller in complexion compared to Sakir, but as far as physique is concerned, extremely similar.
Smaller in complexion makes no sense. Complexion is skin color, my brother.
Sorry, it's in like physical body makeup. That would be complexion too, right?
No.
No. Complexion is like
Which word
skin
is it?
color, dude. It's like skin color and texture,
Physique?
roughly.
Physique
Yeah,
is
physique
a
is
word
what you
that
want.
works.
Yeah. Okay. So my physique is smaller, but I'm also short. Like you guys know that I'm a little shorter than Sakir, but basically still very, very muscular, just like him, but just kind of smaller. That's just the Shadar Kai and how they are, and you'll notice
Trained for aesthetics,
lots of
trained for strength.
Yeah, exactly. But you'll notice like majority of my body is just like riddled with scars of various shapes and sizes. And underneath the scars, you'll see old, faded tattoos that are all obviously very unrecognizable, but you'll see just a kind of a rough outline of old tattoos across the majority of my chest and back.
Nice. Lynn will, as soon as he's done, Lynn will like turn towards the other two. It's like, see, I told you, his build is much smaller than it is due to the armor he wears. Or his build looks much bigger than it really is due to all the armor he wears. If we want to balance out the muscles correctly, we have to get accurate measurements on his
Theovold just holds to you the little like wire ruler.
Yes, thank you. Alright, now lift your arms.
Thanks for being gentle about it, Linen.
About what?
I'm
It's your
small.
body. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Or
Looks
what?
down.
Are these?
Looks down.
Do I need to take off the rest?
I don't know. Why would you? We only need your arm.
Wayne next door.
Not gonna lie, my
I-
memes right after Secures, completely, totally unrelated meme, makes his meme look disgusting.
Mine was related to
God.
the paste that we found. That was the potion, so it kind of was genuine.
So nasty.
The white pasty drugs.
Oh, that's got to be on the recording.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one called that out sooner, being real.
Oh, jeez.
Dear Lord, that's nasty.
I mean, just above that, we have sex dolls.
Ugh.
Transition
Maybe
is
we
goofy
probably
as
Love our
shit.
in-game.
Alright, anyway. So,
Anyways,
with
that's
a
that.
total of an 81 for the three of you guys, you are able to craft, in the time it takes you to get to Revedan, a device technically functional, but will need to be modified to more specific functions when you are at your shop. But you effectively got everything physically capable of being done before getting back to Revedan done. So with 1 day of work in Revedan, you should be able to get this into a functioning arm.
I'm surprised we have the materials for that.
You had Theovold has his own little bag of holding he travels with.
I'm assuming I now have like some motor control, and now my
They probably
hand-
don't give you the arm. They probably do not give you the arm. They probably give you back the one that Lycus kind of fabricated for you.
I mean, you've definitely we've definitely had you fit the arm though.
Knowing how
Just to make-
often they've been calling me down there to just fit the arm and run, fit the arm, unfit the arm, take my shirt off again.
Take your pants off.
No, and then the doctor's saying, no, look, his tendons weave this way. It's not like a normal elf. His tendons go like this, and it goes like, no.
We have to connect the nerves. The nerve. How do you feel about losing a bit of your bone so we can connect it directly into the bone?
Looks at bone. looks at missing bone. I don't know how much more you can remove.
We'll figure that out later. How good are you with anesthesia?
I think we picked up plenty.
All right.
Lennon starts getting a giddy look on his face.
Yeah.
Lennon just like, pills? Drugs?
Surgery? Why do you think? Why do you think Linen has bladed weapons? It's not for combat.
Scalpel.
Yeah.
Well, Rikus is at this point just like wearing his like just kind of wearing his undershirt. Like everything else has been taken off because I've been having to take this stuff off so often. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother.
Rikus just starts wearing a wife beater around the boat.
Well, the undergarment where it's like kind of sleeved with like just button down. It's just like it's literally just like a button down shirt.
Nah, he's wearing a wife beater, confirmed. DM
What are you
said,
wearing, Rikus Shade Hollow?
But
God
it's
has
just
spoken.
completely at this point I've been in and out of there so many times and I've just kind of been so over it. Just being a little test dummy, just being like pick up my arm, move down, lift up, over here, measure. Okay, yeah, cool.
All
10
right.
minutes later. Anyways, I'm walking around the ship now with just the unbuttoned shirt, trying to smoke my pipe up on the deck.
Okay. So
with my I don't put on my other arm, as one arm is just like completely gone.
Okay. So what I'll say for tonight is we're about end time. So what I'm going to say is that we will begin next session as you guys arrive in Revedan. We will be 2 days past effectively, so it'll be the 16th at this point. And we will go from there for at least 1 or 2 days in Revedan before continuing our path. If you guys have anything you want to do, please, for the love of Jesus, let me know as soon as possible. I know of a couple things that I plan on happening while you guys are in Revedan. A possible particular conversation between a High Priestess and Wayne Casaurus Rex. Whether you forgot about that or not, I have not.
I remembered it, I've just been avoiding it.
Yep. So there may be some interesting occurrences this next session.
Yeah, Leopold and I will have to have a conversation at some point. He wanted to pull me aside. I remember.
Also,
I don't want to talk about it too much right now. I want you guys to message me.
Yeah. Although I will also admit that conversation doesn't necessarily have to happen in Revedan. So
Right.
for the sake of timing, we could like push that onto the next boat ride.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, Secure, you need to have a very serious conversation with our boss.
What?
Yes.
I just
Yes.
bankrupted his competitor. I don't understand what the problem is.
No, you bankrupted yourself to secure work from your competitor, who is not
What?
actually
I
your
didn't-
competitor. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end our recording there. So bye bye.